Hello everyone and welcome to Alucard GH YouTube channel. Today I'm gonna show you how to build the best and the strongest rally lineup in this game. It will deal tons of damage, recovers tons of troops and huge elimination rate. First of all, make sure to have a max stars Dae Jang. You need her at 5 stars because you will have that damage reduction of 15% scaling with her strategy bonus for 6 seconds every time she triggers her signature skill. So that's why max stars is a must have. She will also recover more troops, go for Immortal Army for more recovery, and Peaceful Heaven for additional damage reduction every time she recovers her troops. And now let me show you how to build this hero. First of all, you will have to pick Luffy Mountain to increase your commander damage, defense for the lineup, and more sustain with the health. Also, this ring will decrease all might damage received for the first 18 seconds that scales with armor, and then it will increase all troops damage that scales with strategy. That's why this ring is very good for the rallies and for this lineup. So that's why we will go with gem choice of all attribute to have a better scaling for Luffy Mountain. Recovery gems to increase your skills recovery effect, and more gems of health to increase your lineup sustain. For the adornments, for sure, we will go with the defensive one. We will go with resistance. Now, overall, we will have a huge damage reduction from resistance and the defensive adornments. For the horse, we have choices, many choices. It's per luck. Life Savior is one of the greatest because you will have a very great recovery, and then every time you trigger recovery, Life Savior will trigger damage reduction. Renewal to increase the effect of your recoveries. Bedrock, if you are lucky to have it also, it's good. It will give you a permanent damage reduction. But best two options is a Life Savior with a renewal. And now, let's start with the greatest damage dealer and the main damage dealer in this lineup, Lubu. And now let's start building Lubu. For the rings options, I'm gonna say you can go with Daisy for free to play and even for mid spender. This ring is good. The might damage it does, like it really scales well with Lubu. But if you're a mid spender, I advise you to test Celsius Spark because this ring will give you a good troop damage, good damage reduction again, and also more health to have a better sustain with your lineup. So this ring actually works pretty well because also will boost Jawan damage. So I advise you to test it. Now for the third option, Thunder Bullet. This option for whales and krakens only, as you need this ring at level 40. This ring deals secondary strike strategy damage, but imagine the amount of damage that this ring deals with Lubu, like a huge damage, which is making this ring a big boost for the march for the lineup during rallies. Also, this ring will increase your commander damage, along with attack and defense. Also increase the activation chance of your commander signature skill. This ring is the best option so far for now for krakens and whales. Don't miss this ring. Now for gems, we will go with the might, secondary strike, and health for a better sustain. That's the usual gems options. For adornments, we will go again with a defensive one to increase the sustain of this march, but we will go with Boiling Blood. Boiling Blood, every time Lubu does a critical strike, damage will trigger a recovery troops recovery, which is great to have 3 heroes that recovers troops in your lineup. And also after that, it will increase all secondary strikes skill damage, which is a very good adornments for this hero. Now for horse traits options. Thunder Bullet is the best one so far because it will increase the critical strike damage. For Army Thunder, it will increase all type of damage that Lubu will deal, especially if you are using Ring, it will help you too much. And Gallant, I say Gallant, it will only increase the secondary strike might damage. So it will not help you with the Thunder Bullet if you have it, but it will only help you with the secondary strike might damage skills. This is the best build so far for Lubu. After seeing this build in the rallies for the last few weeks, this is the best so far. And now let's move to the last hero, third hero for this lineup, Jawan, buffer and second damage dealer. Jawan will give Lubu double attacks, increase critical chance, critical damage increase, also will increase all the activation chance for all customizable skills for other heroes, and also will recover troops if you are using Bay and Blood. And for sure you have to use Bay and Blood because Bay and Blood deals good amount of damage and recovers a very good amount of troops. This skill is very good for this lineup, better than Dark Flag, so I don't advise you to go with that skill at all. Building Jawian is very simple. We will choose Nightwolf. This is a recommended and a must-have ring that increases all normal attacks and secondary strike skills for all heroes. Also, this ring scales with might, so it's a very important ring. Along with increased commander damage. So now we have 2 to 3 rings that increases commander damage. That's why Nightwolf is a must-have in this lineup. For gems, for sure, we will go with the Might gems to increase the scaling for all his skills and ring. Recovery gems to increase Bane Blood effect. And health gems to increase the sustain of this march in overall pace. Now for the adornments option. We will go with the defensive one, Chainslayer or Rally. Chainslayer will increase this hero next skill damage. For Rally, after 12 normal attacks, it will decrease his skill damage, but it will increase the other heroes in the lineup skill damage. Also, it will stack twice. I don't care about Jawian damage, to be honest. I prefer Rally because I want to increase Lubu's damage more and more and more. And Rally works very good for me in the rallies also. That's why it's called Rally. So for me, I prefer to go with Rally to give a huge boost for Lubu as he deals tons of damage, and this adornment will help him to deal more and more skill damage. Now for horse traits. Life Savior is good for more damage reductions because he's using Bay and Blood. Renewal to increase the recovery effect of Bay and Blood. Gallant if you want this hero to deal more secondary might strike damage. For me, I prefer to go with Life Savior and Renewal. At the end, it depends of your luck which two skills that you will have them together, because you need to have a double traits at least to have a best lineup. At least in each hero, you need to have a double traits. You need to work really hard to get these traits. I know it's not easy, and it's also by luck, and you need to work like for a long time. But trust me, I already have a renewal with Gallant. Also, I have a renewal with a Life Savior. I have many options because I don't waste my horses in random way. No, I keep any horses, even if it's extra horse, I will just keep it because we don't know what happens later on. We build different lineups, new lineups. Every time something happens, new meta lineups to come to this game. So that's why the best option to save the great horses that you have them for later on for the future. And this is how you will have the greatest lineup in Age of Empires Mobile for rallies for the main time. Later on, we will see how the meta will change, and I will keep you guys updated. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, and activate the notification bell. See you again in the next video.